Hi there and welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be looking at all the crops, or like the winter wheat, spring barley, spring oats, everything that we've got left to combine. And the weather is just not playing ball at the moment. Well, we've had a few afternoons that we could have gone at it, but at the same time we couldn't really go at it because the moisture was just too high. And plus it's only wheat that's ready now. We've finished all the barley, and as most of you probably know, the wheat takes the longest to dry out. But it is ready. The straw's nice and golden, the head's lovely, they're lovely and golden as well, so that it's ready to go. We just need the weather. And talking about the weather, it's bloody starting to shower again. You can see over there, it's pretty grey over there, and there's a shower heading this way straight for me as soon as I start filming. Well, yeah, we are struggling a bit when it comes to the weather, but there's a lovely crop here, if I'm honest. The weather, I think the weather's started to have a hit on it. Well, I think it's a bit of a weather and badgers as well. Badgers have been bad in this field quite a bit, but there's going to be a nice crop here. Hopefully we get to combine it soon, because we are getting a bit stressed with the weather. And I think quite a lot of people around here, our area, they're getting quite a bit stressed by the weather. But at least it's ready to go as soon as we have a nice spell of weather. In with the combine, take it off, and we'll be ready to go. So I thought I'd just pop into this is winter wheat, by the way. I thought I'd just pop in here just to show you what it's looking like. Anyway, I'm going to head over to the spring oats now. Hopefully the weather, hopefully this shower passes, and then I can have a look at the spring oats. Yeah, so that's what the winter wheat looks like. It's not too bad. It's going to be a lovely crop in here. It's quite a nice field to combine because it's got quite long runs as well. This is what I mean by the badgers. They've made a lovely little trail going along there, taking them to the next tram line probably. But if you look at it, it does look very clean at the bottom, which is nice to see. At least hopefully when we have a nice spell, we won't have to wait too long to bale it up, hopefully. Because it's not, obviously the tram lines are a bit green, but they're always going to be green. Tram lines, they're always usually green unless you spray it off. But yeah, hopefully when we get a nice spell, we won't have to wait to bale up. Maybe just a day, 2 days, just to let the straw dry off nicely, and then in with the baler and hopefully bale it up. So that's one good positive thing about it. There's not much green in the bottom. Anyway, we'll head over to the spring oats now. So I've just come down from that winter wheat field because because right now I am tanking, so I thought I'd just hop back on the tanker and let the shower pass hopefully, and then we'll have a look at the spring oats. But we do have case 185 on demo right now. We're just trying it out for size because, well, this yard's looking very red. Red trailer, red tanker and a red wagon. And all red tractors, looking very red. But we're just trying out for size really, what it's like around the yard, and power really, because we're looking for the power between the 150 and the 185. I'll tell you more when we come to maybe closer to buying a different tractor. I'll tell you a bit more when we're getting closer to that, but we basically just got it on demo just to try for size and power. But anyway, I'm gonna get back. I'm just gonna suck a load up now of slurry and get back to slowing, and hopefully by the time I've taken a load up, the shower would have passed and we can get back to what the video was supposed to be. Anyway, I'll hopefully catch you in a bit when this weather's passed. So I've been carting up to this stubble ground. It's one of the winter barley fields it is, and it's the one that you saw we were putting slow on it when it was already shooting up, and we said it wasn't looking the best. We did have a nice crop off it. I don't know, I think it was around 100 bales we got off it. So we were quite happy with that, if I'm honest. We were happy with how it yielded. We didn't think it would yield as much as it did, so we were pretty pleased with it. But what we're doing is, the reason we're spreading on it so early is because we're hoping to put oilseed rape in as like a break crop for it, because it's been struggling. It had potatoes one year, and that didn't really do the ground any good. So we're hoping to rip it up with a subsoiler, then stick oilseed rape in it, and hopefully we have a bit of a change in it then. We've never grown oilseed rape before, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Well, probably the reason we haven't really grown it before is because our previous combines, they didn't have any rape extensions on, whereas this one, we do have rape extensions on it, so we thought we'll have a go. Because we don't really want to put it into grass, because it is a lovely field to combine. It's a 18 acre and it's got really long runs as well, so it is a nice field to combine, so that's really the reason why we don't really want to put it into grass. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I've got on quite well. I've probably done around half of the field. Yeah, so I started yesterday. I've got on well. It's quite a long, well, it's not long, but it's a bit of a stretch from the farm, so it has taken me a while just with the one tanker, but the 185 is doing a really good job. As I said before, we wanted to try it for size as well, and personally I don't feel feel like the tractor's any bigger on the road or around the yard. It feels quite nice to drive. I can feel a bit more power in it, if I'm honest, like on the road, going up really steep hills. She's like working too hard, like you can't hear her like struggling and revving, so that's a nice sign. But yeah, she's going sweet so far. As you can see, the weather is not looking very pleasing, but there is a bit of light in the distance over there, so hopefully by the time I've sped this load and got back to the yard, I can actually keep walking the crops and we can keep going on with this video. One way to get cows back into their pen once they've escaped. So we finally made it to the oats and they're looking pretty good. I'm sure most of you probably know that oats are known for going down. The best crop for getting battered by the rain and wind and falling down. To be fair, they're not looking too bad. They are starting to go down, if you can see there. They are starting to get, well, this rain and wind is not exactly ideal, it's not helping. But if they keep standing until harvest, we'll be doing well. We'll have a good crop off it, and it'll be nice to combine. But otherwise, it's going to take a bit of drying if it ends up falling down. Hopefully, not too much more falls down, but it's looking well. It's another few. I think it's another few weeks before combining it. But the heads the heads are goldening up nice. But if you look at the straw, still a lot of green in it. Most of it is green, if I'm honest. But so I'd say another few weeks off combining. But yeah, we're pleased with it. Very nice crop of oats in here. The oats is very wet, and I've just ended up walking from down there all the way up here, and I think I might just, next time it comes to rain, I may as well just stay out because I've drenched myself. My trousers are absolutely drenched. So yeah, things you do for YouTube. Yeah, so we're pleased with it anyway. Well, I forgot to say, I think the spring barley is going to come before these spring oats, because to be fair, the spring barleys are looking much riper. Heads on the spring oats, they're looking pretty nice. They're quite big heads as well, especially for oats. They're looking quite nice. Nice heads on them as well. And there's going to be some straw here because it's really tall and it's thick all over. It's very clean as well. If I look down here, it's very clean down there as well. No grass to be seen at the bottom. So I think if it all doesn't go down, hopefully it doesn't go down too much anymore, it'll be a lovely field to combine, if I'm honest. Well, we haven't seen them since a few weeks ago now, and they've changed that. It's changed a lot. So we've got this field and that one over there. You can just see the top of it, really, that one there. So hopefully we'll have a nice good yield off it, a nice bit of straw, nice bit of grain, and yeah, it'll be worthwhile growing a bit of oats. Anyway, we're gonna head over to some spring barley fields and we'll have a look how they're coping with the weather, how they're getting on.
I don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no.
We're now over in the spring barley fields, and There's a lovely crop here. This was one of the last fields that we drilled. It was when we were doing first cut silage, and there's lovely heads on them, lovely looking heads, and there's going to be a lot of straw, lovely and thick, and it's going to be a nice crop of grain and a nice crop of straw. And this is our best field, or should I say, this was our best field of spring barley until we turn around. Yeah, you'd swear someone's come in and rolled half of the field down. The headland standing up lovely, and then the rest of the field's been battered. Yeah, as I said, you swear someone's came in here and just rolled it down to right down to the bottom of the ground. Oh, the ups and downs of growing cereals. But my dad told me there's nothing worse than having a spring barley field gone down and your neighbour phoning you and saying your spring barley's gone down. That's what he said to me. So yeah, this is the worst field by far, by a long way. It's hard to see really. The lifters will definitely have to go on the combine, and we'll definitely need some lovely weather to combine it. Otherwise it's going to be bad. It's going to be hard to combine, and it's going to be a challenge. So hopefully, cross fingers, we get some good weather to combine this field. But as I said, it's a good while off, but lovely crop here on the headland. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Anyway, I'll probably go over and see some of our spring barley fields now that are all standing up and are looking lovely. But yeah, the ups and downs of growing cereals, the crop going down flat, worse than our oats. Anyway, let's keep on going. So we've now come over to some better spring barley, some spring barley that's actually standing up, and lovely crop all over the field, lovely and even all over the field. It's a lovely sight to see, and it's going to be it's going to be a lovely crop of straw, lovely and thick all over, and it's going to be a nice crop of grain as well, lovely heads on them. So I would go far enough to say that this is the best crop of spring barley we've had off this field since we've grown cereals in these fields. I'd say this is the best crops of cereals we've had off them. So that's a positive. And it is quite clean, but you can see a few weeds coming down the bottom, and that's the worst thing about this time of year, this weather, because it dries the crop out ready for harvest, and this gets more space for the sunlight to get to the base of, well, down to the ground, down to the soil, and that's how the weeds start growing, is because the sunlight has more space to get down to the bottom of the crop and down to the soil. But hopefully, before the weeds get too aggressive and too bad, hopefully we'll get this taken off. And well, some years, I'd say this is the most even it's been, because in most years we have a lot of secondary growth in the crop, but there's not too much this year. It's nice to see. It's lovely and even all over. So I think give it a few weeks time, and it won't be far off. We'll hopefully get the combine in and we'll take it off, because as you can see, the heads are slowly dropping and the straw's goldening up as well. But the tram lines are still quite green, but I don't think it's going to be worth spraying the crop off just because of the tram lines. As long as we got the weather, and that's the only thing, as long as we got the weather, the combine will fly through it, no problem. But it's just the weather that's the problem. So yeah, lovely field of spring barley. It's lovely to see. So I'm going to end the video there. I hope you enjoyed this video of looking at the crops and looking how they're getting on, because I did say last crop walking video that I was going to do it. So I thought there's not much going on. The weather's, well, as I said, I've gone through all of this video saying that the weather's not ideal. We are doing quite a bit, yard work and field work. There's a bit going on, but I thought I'd just do this video because it's nice to have a look at the crops before they come in to harvest, before we take them off. So I hope you enjoyed this walking the crops video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, and turn that notification bell on, and feel free to comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And talking about subscribing, we are really close to 1,000 subscribers, and I've been thinking 1,000 sub special. I've got a few things in my head. One is while I'm harvesting, having a live, and also another one is a tour on the farm, and also maybe a machinery tour at the same time. But if you've got any more thoughts on what I could do for 1,000 subs special, leave it in the comments and I'll be very much appreciated, and I'll see what I can do for you. So again, thank you very much for watching. The showers, they're heading towards me again, so I'm going to leg it to the pickup and we're going to head back home, and I'll now keep slowing away. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, as I said before, smash that like button, subscribe and comment if you like, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service.